Okay, so this is equal to y over r. So y's will be 1. R will be 2. This will be the square root of 3. Square root of 3, and this one will be negative. Straight across our 1's. This will be 30. Okay, so I have this angle. And then I need to get the standard position for this angle. So that would be 180 minus 30. Or 150. Okay, so I've got an answer right here and right here. If I take this 30 and I add 360 to it, I will be outside of my interval. If I take the 150 and add 360 to it, again, I'll be outside of my interval. Same thing for 90. If I take 90 degrees and add 360 to it, from this equation right here, I'll be outside of my interval. So the only x values that will satisfy this equation within this interval would be 30, 90, and 150. And those would be my answers right there. Okay, now let's look at radians, and I actually need to add a little bit more to this right here. We're going to find all solutions for sine of x is equal to 0.8, where x is now in radians and not degrees. So this one's just a little bit different. We're going to set it up like we have it here. Sine of x is equal to 0.8. Then I'm going to move sine over, becomes the inverse of sine. Remember, this is only going to give us angles between 90 degrees and negative 90 degrees. So basically in quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. Okay. So the first thing to ask is, all right, well, where is sine positive? So we have sine is positive in the first and in the second. Okay, well, to find this little angle right here and right here, I'm going to take the inverse of sine of 0.8, and that gives me 0.9273. So that's what that angle is right here, 0.9273. Same thing here, 0.9273. Okay, so I want the answers in standard position, which this one already is. So we would take this number, and then to get this one over here, we're used to doing 180 minus whatever we have here, which 180 is the same thing as pi. So pi minus 0.9273, that's going to give us 2.2143. Okay, so I have an answer here and here, and notice I don't have an interval. Okay, so to get back to this answer, I would add 360, but since we're in radians, 360 is the same thing as 2 pi. So I'm going to add 2 pi to this, and same thing here. To get back to this answer, I'm going to add 2 pi. So there's my first answer, but that's not the only one. So x, such that x is equal to 0.9273 plus 2 pi k, or x is equal to 2.2143 plus 2 pi k. Okay, and that would be my solution set for this equation right here. Okay, this problem is just to show you that we could use the quadratic formula in order to solve a trig equation within an interval. So it is possible that sometimes we would have to use the quadratic formula to solve. This is just an FYI. And also, we could use trig identities to solve trig equations. Okay? Again, this is just an FYI. Okay? And that concludes this section.